Okay. Welcome to another episode of Overask. This is a special exclusive bonus episode. Of course, Overask is brought to you by and presented by Zillow and Company. And your host is myself, Matt Lionetti. And we've had a big week. Eric and I.
Big week for us.
I think
It's probably our biggest week, maybe of our lives, but at least
ever.
of our partnership, I would say.
Yeah, it's like the big three. So we got the big three. Everyone's
Yeah,
always looking for that big three, and we got the
I
big
know.
three this
In
week.
1 week, in like the span of 3 days.
In 1 week. So, I mean, of course, I think the most important of the three is my comment.
Your Instagram comment.
Yeah, on your page went viral.
How many likes did that thing get?
627 and counting.
That's unbelievable. What was the post?
It's down there now. It was someone who was waiving their commission. Okay.
Right.
It was that one.
Mhm.
And then I said, the only commission I waive is the check to the bank teller. Okay.
Pretty genius comment, a layup. I almost created that post specifically so you would post that comment.
Yeah. And I mean,
it was an alley-oop, if you will.
It was fucking, when I posted it, you know, when you got it, you strike gold. I posted that shit and it was like my fucking phone started just fucking, it's like vibrating. I almost fell. I just almost fell there. But so that was the biggest.
It almost burned a hole through your hand.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Here's the thing with posting those comments though. It's a great way to grow your page.
Fantastic.
Right?
Oh,
I mean, how many followers do you pick up from that?
Oh fuck.
Thousands?
like a couple hundred for sure.
Yeah.
Couple hundred for sure. And I mean, rightfully so. I mean, it was a subpar post, and I brought the fire to really bring that post from. It was probably a 4 to 10, and I brought that to a 10.
The comment was better than the post, and there's a lesson to be learned with this, and that is to post funny comments on people's Instagrams.
Yeah.
Post comments that could get pinned, that could get likes, that could get reactions. It's one of the best ways to grow on Instagram. I used to do that all the time. I used to pick out 5 to 10 accounts and try to post funny photos, hopefully get pinned.
It really, really works. I've seen you all over Tom Ferry and Gary Vee, and you're always
over Tom Ferry. Yeah.
You're always saying some like witty remark to, you know, they're trying to do something very nice for people, and you come in and ruin it.
And ruin it, but get followers. That's the whole game. You know, you could get followers by posting and doing stories and all the other shit, but you could do the other side, which is commenting on a bunch of accounts, right?
Yeah. So there you go. That was number one.
That was number one, and Matt was so excited. He called me about it, about how well his comment was doing. I've never seen anybody so happy. It was actually sad.
Yeah, I mean, but it was the top performing comment ever in broke agent history. I don't even agree. No. There's no problem. Last night, that's all I did.
You went through all 3,500 posts?
All 3,500, every fucking comment. See, just to make sure.
You should have done it from the Overask podcast one. It was kind of selfish of you to do it from Lionetti. That would,
you know, like I said, it's like when you see it and you just react.
Yeah.
And if you don't react in that second, it's not as good. Okay.
Good segue. I commented on my Zillow post, which is why we're doing this podcast, saying we're going to cover the Zillow post on the podcast.
Yep.
In return, got the Overask account 300, 400 followers.
Yes. So there you go. That was number 2. These aren't in order because, but next we have the Zillow acquisition.
Yes.
I mean, that's people have been blowing up your phone, blowing up my phone. Well, I don't know how I got dragged into this.
People associate us with each other because we have a podcast together, I think.
Yes. And people always, like I said, always ask me to, you know, get in touch with you for them.
Right.
So,
exactly.
So take us through those, the negotiations and everything that went down.
So a few days ago, Zillow purchased Showing Time. And I noticed in Facebook groups, people were apoplectic. They were going insane. They thought this was going to result in the spreading of all their data, not the spreading, but Zillow mining their data. They, look at this as kind of another way that Zillow is trying to make agents obsolete. It's just a massive, big tech company doing everything they can to just, get the consumers that we're going after, right?
Yeah.
I understand. And so I saw that as an opportunity to piggyback off of that and make a funny post. So The night that Zillow acquired showing time, I posted on Twitter saying Zillow just acquired the broke agent. Zillow is my dad. Hashtag Zaddy or something like that. Or maybe someone commented Zaddy. And it got like 100 favorites and a bunch of retweets. And I saw some people saying like, I'm unfollowing you. This is bullshit. But I was just like, oh, this was a good tweet. This was funny. Yeah. And I usually test a lot of my content on Twitter before I post it to Instagram, because Twitter's kind of like a dumping ground. Mm-hmm. So the next morning I wake up and I'm like, I got to take advantage of this kind of showing time, Zillow momentum. Zillow's had a big week. They also had that SNL skit that went viral.
Yeah.
So they're doing something right, as much as we hate them.
Yes.
And so I posted on Instagram the same thing, except I added the Zaddy part. I said, Zillow, breaking news, Zillow just acquired the broke agent. I will no longer be making Zestimate jokes. Zillow is my Zaddy. Posted it, showered, came back and saw an insane amount of comments from people. Some people, most of them were crying emojis, laughing, happy, understanding the joke. And I'd say about 30-40% of them turned on me, hated me, think that I was a sellout. People with blue checks. The Clever Investor posted a thumbs down saying sellout. Ed Stulak, our friend of the show, hater of Clubhouse, social media guru, author, Ed Stulak said unfollowing. The thing got like 70 likes, a third of the amount of likes that you're
almost, almost.
And a lot of people were up in arms about it. People hated it. And then I noticed I was getting texts from friends, family members. I was getting DMs, a lot of people saying either congratulations or how did this happen? What happened? And honestly, I thought the response was shocking, because it's clearly a joke.
Yes.
Right? I would think. But I had friends that have known me for years and know that I'm a jokester.
Well, you're just a very sarcastic person.
Yes, but the whole page is sarcastic.
Well, I know, that's what I mean. Like, it was sarcasm.
But Zaddy, I mean, saying Zillow is my dad, I thought was like the giveaway. Like, I guess it could be kind of believable on the surface because Zillow's making a lot of acquisitions right now, but also why would they buy me? They hate me. All I've done is make fun of them for 5 years. So it was a whirlwind yesterday of honestly a lot of hatred.
Yes, well. You got a lot of unfollows and got our podcast a lot of follows.
Yes, exactly. It was a sacrifice. It was a good way to gin up fake controversy, but a lot of people unfollowed, a lot of mean messages of people calling me a traitor. I had one that I storied where someone called me a fucking douchebag or an asshole or something like that.
They really hate Zillow.
Really hate Zillow and really believe this. So I did a follow-up post. I did a reel right afterwards because I let it simmer for about an hour and a half.
Yeah, you got it.
But as I saw, because it was getting great engagement.
Yeah.
So I was happy about that. But then I was looking at my insights and I was getting unfollows. And honestly, it hurt.
I know. Trust me, I know you. And I'm the same way.
It's the only thing we care about here on the podcast. Follows, blue checks, and engagement.
Blue checks, exactly.
We should call this podcast The Pursuit for the Blue Check.
The Pursuit. Yeah, that's actually a better name.
It is.
Got this fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, by the way, check out our new merch.
Yeah, it's good.
Key logo.
And we have some other really cool shit coming too. If you're listening to this, so sorry. But if you're looking,
if you're listening, there's a key logo over my left nipple, and there's an over-ass symbol over Lionetti's
left nipple as well. So for the record, you have not been purchased by Zillow.
No.
Okay.
Zillow has never contacted me ever.
You've never been in any negotiations with Zillow?
I've never been in any negotiations with Zillow. My only interaction with Zillow is trying to get my clients to write reviews on Zillow.
Okay. So for the people who unfollowed, it is safe to come back. There's going to be Zestimate jokes. There's going to be all Zillow jokes.
But imagine getting so offended by that to actually unfollow someone that you've been engaging with and that's been clearly shitting on Zillow for years. I can't even understand the thinking. I had a conversation with this lady who was so fired up from the Ed Stulak comment. Let me pull it up real quick.
She got fired up from Ed's comment?
From Ed's comment, yes.
Okay, that just said unfollowing?
She said unfollowing. So I reached out to a lot of people because
you were like, please. Yeah, I bet.
So there's a lot of people that that posted unfollow. And then I DM'd a lot of them and said, hey, just so you know, it was a joke, which is so soft now that I think about it. So this person, unfollowed and sent this like long paragraph about like, she said like, bye, like I'm done here. You guys all, talk shit about Zillow, but no one's actually willing to unfollow. But also they're not unfollowing Zillow, they're unfollowing me.
Yeah.
So I messaged her right away and I said, hey, that Zillow thing was a joke. Mm-hmm. She said, unfollowed anyway, bye, with the hand emoji. And I said, LOL, actually, because of that, if you see my next post, I make fun of Zillow. And she said, well, I didn't make it that far. And then I said, I don't want you to actually think I sold out. This is so
I can't believe you're even reading this for the public.
We'll delete this part. And I said, whether you follow me or not, I was trying to do the exact opposite and make a joke that Zillow is trying to buy up everything in the industry. That was the satire behind it. She said, well, it was a real bad joke then. Personally, I don't get sarcasm whatsoever. I date guys who do it or have clients or whatever, but I'm very literal. It's like, well, you've been following me, I think.
Okay. So you've opened up a whole other can of worms. She might have been having an off day.
Yeah, possibly. So there's a lot of messages like that. And
so you've been really what you did yesterday was just work to get your following back.
Damage control is what I did. I could act like it was a really sick move, a good PR stunt, if you will. But
yeah, sure.
Really, I was in the back end, just messaging,
fucking sweating,
people, apologizing.
Fucking sweating. That's hilarious. So that is that's something. I mean, it is kind of genius. I mean, I don't think you knew it was going to go this way.
Right.
I thought you probably assumed people would think it was a joke.
Yes.
But it stirred up a lot of shit.
Yes.
Okay. It reminds me of it's the same thing as when Rogan went to Spotify.
Oh yeah, exact same thing. Yeah, same level.
Exact same level of everything. But people
$500 million Spotify deal compared to a fake Instagram post.
But what I mean by that is people turned on Rogan like that. Mm-hmm. Like he's the number 2 podcaster in the world.
Right.
And
behind us.
People absolutely fucking turned on him because he changed platforms.
Yeah.
There's literally has nothing to do with them at all.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Even if you did sell out to Zillow, it would have been for so much money that people should have just been happy for you. You've been giving them free content for 6 years.
Also, who cares?
Who fucking cares?
I saw Tom Toole talk about it, who we're going to have on the show, who has his IGTV show. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
If he pays.
Yeah.
And he has a show called Tool Time with Tom Toole.
Huh. That's Genius a mouthful.
Name. Yeah. And he was talking about how he saw a bunch of agents in Facebook groups that were going crazy. And he's just like, this shouldn't really affect you if you're a good agent. Just worry about your own business, build your brand. Yeah. Zillow's going to sell 5% of the homes, 10% of the homes maybe, which is, a massive amount. But if you're a good agent, you're going to do your thing regardless. So hating Zillow is fun because everybody could collectively agree oh, Zillow sucks. They're like a big tech company trying to take over agents. But also, I've never actually cared about Zillow.
That's the thing. It's fun to make fun of them. And it's whatever.
It's a popular joke that everybody could get behind. And it's just I'll do a Zestimate joke.
I don't actually hate them. And I am positive that Eric would sell to Zillow in a second.
100%.
Why would you?
$500,000 in a heartbeat. Seriously, that's the number right there. 100%. I would never create another piece of content or an podcast. I put it all into, Ethereum.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, and I'd be good to go. So
500,000.
So Zillow, if you're listening,
there's his number. There's his number. But the thing is I got dragged into this. I've been put in all these pictures that I got acquired by Zillow with Sirhant and you and I think Tom Ferry. I think a bunch of people. You've really made it hard on a lot of people. You said,
well, I'm sorry.
People your parents and stuff were getting texts, or who was getting texts? You said
my friend's parents.
Yeah.
my friend's dad texted my friend right after I posted that and saying oh, tell Eric congratulations for getting acquired by Zillow. And so that showed me that it was believable, at least that my sphere also believed it. So,
I didn't believe it. Like, I knew it was a joke.
Well, of course, I would have told you.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me.
Then we'd have a permanent sponsor for the podcast, a real
It'd be
sponsor.
fucking sick. If you sold to Zillow, you don't, and like also, you don't think you can think of any other fucking jokes?
Right.
You don't do like that many Zillow jokes to the point
not the
where
lighter
like,
side of real estate.
yeah, you're not fucking, yeah, exactly. You're not cookie cutter bullshit.
Right, exactly.
But
it is just low hanging fruit, though. It's just like the easiest thing.
It's just
do.
easy. You post on a Friday when it's a fucking,
right. Yeah, exactly.
The engagement's low.
Engagement's low. You pull a Zestimate joke out of your ass, and you'll get those comments for sure.
But people made it like your entire brand was built around only Zillow jokes. Like that's all you did, and you would have, some fucking TikToks of you doing asshole things. That would be the rest of your page. That'd be what's left.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was insulted by the people leaving and commenting mean things.
I wonder if they left and went to Overask though, because Overask got a lot of followers.
Hopefully, that would be the goal. I'm not actually insulted. It was funny to see the reactions, but
it's funny.
It's also kind of a good social media lesson for us, is that ginning up fake controversy is funny and is a good move. I did that on TikTok where I said I burned down one of my listings, and every single response thought it was real, and that got 500,000
That's
views.
exactly what I thought about when you did this. I was like, you're good at that. And like it's incredible marketing. And that's what I'll touch on the weekend. So he just did the Super Bowl. He so many people were like, oh, spent $7 million to become a meme. I was like, dude, $7 million that you don't have. Like people are all like, oh, I would never spend $7 million to become a meme. I'm like, you don't fucking have $7 million.
We'll never make $7 million.
Yeah. And like he's playing the Super Bowl, and you gotta think that he knew this shit was like, Drake does this a lot. Drake does things to become memes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it's fucking genius.
It is.
I don't think I've ever seen that many memes after a Super Bowl. Like it was everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like literally, yeah.
It's great branding, and that's what agents should focus on, is branding themselves. Because if you're scared that Zillow's going to take over, which is just a stupid thing to be scared about, honestly.
Yeah.
Just worry about your own business, brand yourself. So
yeah,
it was fun. It was a roller coaster yesterday. I don't know if anyone cares about this. We're talking about this like it was a big deal. Maybe it wasn't at all.
Well, who knows?
Maybe we're the only people that
listen. This is a fucking bonus episode. So
it's a bonus episode.
And by the way, we really appreciate everyone listening to the podcast. We've had a lot of listens.
Yeah.
A lot of listens. So thank you for that. I mean, we dipped a little when we had the broke agent on, but it's we
had one bad guest on in between.
One bad week,
the monsters.
But no, it's been really good. And so I guess everyone, there you go. Eric didn't sell to Zillow.
Did not sell to Zillow. The lesson to be learned is ginning up fake controversy. Good move for branding.
Great move for it. Really, really is. And you should look at things, because like real estate agents don't do this shit.
Right.
So that's why I brought up the weekend and stuff. You should look at people like that and be like, that, he had bandages on his face for a year.
That was crazy. Everyone thought that he got like the worst plastic surgery job.
And then and then he took the bandages off, and then he had the worst plastic surgery ever. It's fucking genius.
Yeah, it was good.
He's incredible. So like, and he's from Toronto, so that's incredible too. Anyways,
we didn't even talk about the third biggest thing that
happened. The third biggest thing. So yesterday we Eric wanted to jump on, but I told him he couldn't.
Had an appraisal.
Yeah, of course he did. We had Maurizio Umansky on the podcast. He is the CEO and founder of the agency where I work, and it was incredible. Maurizio is one of the nicest dudes ever. He's legit real estate.
One of the sexiest dudes of all time.
They should do a sexiest realtor, like sexiest man alive, sexiest agent alive. We should do that. We could probably do it. Broke agent, sexiest agent alive.
Yeah. Nah.
I think so.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. We can actually talk about it right now. Because I think I would be, I'd maybe just hit
Top 10.
No, I was thinking in the hundreds, but if I bulked up, I could be top 10. But
right.
Anyways, Maurizio is he's real estate royalty. He's a legend, and it was a really good conversation, and we really appreciate him coming on.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody coming on.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Except
we're always so appreciative.
We are very appreciative.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, and a lot of the times I'll sound like I'm kissing ass because I am very appreciative. But the thing is if I like something, I am all in liking something. And I want people to know that I like it.
Right.
Because I think it goes a long way, especially what we do. When someone gives us a nice comment or calls us and says some nice words, it's very, it helps you move forward, I would say. And
yeah, it does.
So when someone posts a good piece of content or I just like what they're doing, I always want to like go all out and make sure they know that I love what they're doing. So I don't think that's
a nice
bad.
Guy.
So fuck everyone who.
Yeah. Hey, no, I wasn't mocking the appreciation. I think everyone knows how appreciative
fuck you. Yeah,
look, Mauricio's great. It was a great podcast. It's coming out, after this one, a couple of weeks after this one, probably.
Yeah, it's coming out probably after Maya Vander.
Yes,
maybe.
We got some heavy hitters coming up. We got Byron Lazine next week. We got Steady Eddie at Seabach, the guy that led the mutiny against me. He unfollows, and
then we have the CEO of Zillow.
Yeah, and then we have Richard Barton coming up to talk about the acquisition.
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say another thing to do with these controversies, not to go back to the Zillow thing, because I think it's interesting, is you got to also kind of know when, and I don't know if I'm doing a good job at this, know when people are kind of exhausted by the joke. So maybe this entire episode is an exhaustion of that joke.
Like I said, it's a bonus episode.
It's a bonus episode. But today I posted another reel, which I deleted after 4 minutes probably, of the Star Wars meme, unlimited power, and it's Emperor Palpatine zapping Mace Windu, and it was a Zillow joke, Zillow zapping Emperor Palpatine,
okay,
and shooting him out basically, and the joke was,
I'm glad this never saw the light of day. All right, yeah.
What's that?
I'm just glad it didn't see the light of day.
Yeah, seriously, I'm sure explaining it is even worse than actually seeing it.
It is. People aren't going to get these minutes back. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, okay. So, well, anyway, I posted it and no one cared. So I think the Zillow thing is done. And
it's done.
And I think that sometimes you could keep pushing on something that isn't funny anymore, or like the joke is worn off, and it's good to kind of like test, like, hey, are people still interested in this? Yes or no? And that was a test, and the answer was no.
Yeah, you gotta
there we go,
strike while the iron's hot with that shit.
Yeah,
and there's a very small window. Like I saw someone post a weekend meme today. I was like, God, dude, you're fucking.
They should be thrown in prison.
Yeah,
if you're still doing Bernie Sanders memes or weekend memes at this point, I think you're done.
No, you gotta hit almost. I would say almost just a 24-hour frame. Like it even gets old by the next day.
Absolutely. You got to have it pulled up on your phone, ready to go. You got to have the topics ready almost. Yeah. You almost have to have, like, the second you see it posted by like a Fuck Jerry or a Tank Sinatra or something like that, you have to have your caption in the repertoire ready to go.
Yeah. So that's from an expert, a meme expert. There's a lot of people. I've seen a lot more people just not really meme pages. Well, there's a lot more meme pages now, but a lot of, realtors and loan officers and all that shit, they're kind of bringing in the meme thing into their business now, which is cool to see. And that's, a lesson from the master of memes. That should
meme yourself into existence. It's the way to go.
All right. See, he has some weird, He's been holding that for a while. He's had that in his back pocket.
It's not a very good one.
Master of Memes. I like that. You should write a new ebook called Master of Memes.
Nah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, that's about it, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bonus episode. We might start doing kind of every now and then a kind of catch up in between, like throw some bonus episodes in.
Yeah, talk about the weekly controversies.
Yeah,
talk about our Instagram comments.
The controversy stuff. Being controversial could be good, but like, don't be like a fucking dick. Like it's funny to say you got bought out by Zillow. but like,
yes,
it's not funny to like go way out in left field. We're not talking about that kind of, don't be controversial like an absolute dickhead.
right.
Just to clear it up. You don't, who knows, someone listen to this and do some weird fucking shit. And
yeah, when I say gin up fake controversy, I don't mean lie and say that a staff member at Zillow, chopped the head off of your dog or something like that.
Yeah, like you draw the line somewhere. But yeah, that's kind of, I'm glad we cleared that up because I've been getting messages, like I said, and it's been a whirlwind. It's really been a whirlwind.
It's been a crazy week.
we just start the podcast again.
Just a never-ending loop. No one's listening.
Yeah. So the big three today. Just go back.
The big three. We should make sure it's the big three. We should always the Mauricio interview, the Zillow hoax, and we should title this episode the Zillow hoax. By the way,
the Zillow hoax. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the comment.
We need to start titling our episodes.
You think?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too. We can think
because we tried to be cool and do like the Joe Rogan style where we just said, number 3, Ryan Serhant, or number 1, Jordan Cohen. But there's nothing like, we need those thumbnails to actually say something. I feel like it has to be like Caitlin Clemens talks about her time on The Bachelor and how she's utilized her audience for real estate. Not that just that in the caption. That's got to be like more forefront, I think, for people to listen to it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. But it has to have the, the guest name big in there. Oh, okay. Anyways, we have some merch coming. I guess it's a good time to talk about that. So we do actually have this. What is this? How much does this cost? Like $75 or something?
$75.
Yeah, 75 for the t-shirt. I think we're
quite a profit on
this. 145 for the sweater, and then we have a we have a
$4,000 coffee mug.
Yeah, the coffee mug's actually very hard to make. So just
messed up a little bit on the printing of that. The
just to get the graphic.
It was actually at the bottom of the mug somehow. So look, we're not graphic designers. We're just a couple guys trying to get out of selling real estate.
Trying to fucking get bought by Zillow.
Yeah.
But we do. This is $25 for the t-shirt, $40 for the sweater, and then we have some really cool t-shirts coming that aren't like branded over ask or broke agent. They're like,
so if you hate our brand and you like our humor, then I think you'll like the other shirts.
I think you'll like the other shirts too. And we're talking about now getting that comment that I made, the viral comment, that might go on a shirt as well.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people will be buying that one.
Yeah, well, 627 to be exact.
Yeah. You should just create a shirt that just says 627. I'm sure everybody will understand the reference at this point.
I think so too.
If you've gotten this far. Hey, if you've gotten this far, comment 627.
Yeah. And if you haven't liked that comment, go like it, please. Because I would like to hit 1,000. But yeah, and that's pretty much it. So let us.
Hey, DM us 627. Comment on the post. And if you DM us the number 627, we'll do something.
Yeah, we might like, I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. So buy our merch if you like it. And we have some other stuff rolling out in a couple weeks. So should be good. Yeah. Some like Zoom call stuff and strategy shit. And we're going to teach you how to not be a bunch of cookie cutter bullshit.
That's right.
Yeah. So
that concludes this podcast of Over Ask.
Yes.
I'm your host, Eric Simon. That's Matt Lionetti. See ya.
Oh, that's a terrible ending. All right. Y'all take care now.